Plaintiff Jennifer Strang says she met the defendant through an ex-boyfriend, and they became friends despite the fact that Jennifer didn't really connect with her. Jennifer claims the defendant is extremely promiscuous and even made a sex tape in Jennifer's bathroom. Jennifer is suing her former friend today for an unpaid loan. Defendant Nicole Nardo admits that she made a sex tape in Jennifer's bathroom, but insists she thought it was private and that it had been erased. Nicole claims Jennifer blackmailed her with the tape, and she insists Jennifer is suing the wrong person for the loan.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Prove your case.
Well, I met Nicole through an ex-boyfriend, and this was a long time ago. We've been trying to keep in contact. I've been, really nice. She wasn't really somebody that I connected with all too well, but I, really tried being friends with her. Ultimately, I realized she's really not somebody that I want to be friends with.
Why?
Well, there's a lot of things. She's very promiscuous. She actually.
How long were you all hanging out?
I met her probably like 8 years ago.
How often would you all hang out
It was very
together?
rare. Most of the time it was at parties or like at the bar or something like that.
You'd see her, or you all would ride together?
Sometimes we would. She has a little girl, and so we like switch off babysitting or something like that.
But you all would be at the party together. Sometimes you ride together.
Yeah.
All right. And so your observation was at the parties. I guess that's what I'm getting to. How do you know she was promiscuous?
Even when she wasn't at the parties, she just has no respect for herself. She has these videos out, like sex tapes. One of them was shot in my bathroom.
Okay. Now, how does this relate to the? How do these things relate to the loan?
Because the only reason that I'm able to go after her in the first place was because she was sitting there and telling me that she wasn't going to pay me. So I was using that as collateral, which she took as
what as collateral?
I have one of the videos, Your Honor.
How did you get it?
She videotaped it in my bathroom. She actually broke my toilet seat in the process. Yes, so she actually broke my toilet seat in the process of this. My friend Farmer videotaped it, so you can attest to that.
Your friend videotaped what?
Not something that I should probably say on public TV.
He videotaped her sexual
She was having
endeavor?
sex with a cup, Your Honor. It's plain and
With a
simple.
cup?
It was a private video, and I was told that it was deleted.
How did she get it?
I don't know.
It was at my house.
Thieving, I guess.
Who taped?
He did.
It was
but
You knew
I
he
guess
was
she
taping it?
stole it from him.
Ma'am, you knew he was taping it?
Yeah, we were just drinking and
Well, it wasn't private. How is it private?
it was supposed to
private?
only
You knew the
stay
man
on
was
his
taping you,
camera.
wasn't
Your Honor, she would brag about it.
What made you think it was private if a man was standing there taping you, ma'am, with your consent? It'd be different
It
if
was just between
he did it
us.
while you didn't know. Then yeah, it's private.
Because it
But
was
he's
just
doing it with
between
your
us.
consent.
It was just between us. It's
Oh, and
supposed
you
to
all
stay
had an
on
agreement.
The camera. Yes, we agreed that
What
it was
was
going
the
to stay
agreement?
on the camera.
What was the agreement?
That the video is going to stay on the
That was the
camera,
only
not
agreement?
go anywhere else.
That was the only agreement?
Yes, and she was blackmailing me.
Well, ma'am, if he showed the video while it was still on the camera, that was all right.
No.
Why? Because that was the only
Because
agreement.
you'd have to ask me first. It's of me,
that
so
was
you'd
the
have
agreement?
to ask me first.
Was that the agreement?
No.
Well then, that's his camera. And all the agreement was that you not copy the tape. Now, he can leave it on his camera then, and he can look at it all he wants. And if there's no agreement not to show anyone, he can show people. See, invasion of privacy is based on an expectation of privacy. And if there's no way you should expect privacy, then you cannot sue a person for invasion of your privacy unless there is a specific agreement to not show anyone. And I asked you that, and you said, no, we didn't agree on that. You said the only agreement is that he wouldn't make a copy of it. Now, if he breached that agreement, he's liable for making a copy. But there's no such breach. If he took his camera around, if he brought that camera in here and said, look, Judge! And the cameraman said, well, I'm going to get this on television. And he's showing it from his camera. He can show it to 10 million people. And that's why these folks who like to say, he invaded my privacy. Not if you did it with consent, and not if you weren't very specific about the use of that and exclude everything else. How does she owe you for a loan, though?
I have a really big heart, and I've always tried to, despite what I may say, I do have a really big heart. You know, I'm just telling it like it is. She said that she would pay me.
When did you loan it? You got to tell me about the loan.
Yeah, March 24th of 2010. She had said that she was in a new business, and she asked me to purchase.
That's right.
Purchase.
Go ahead.
Purchase some of these items. I guess it was like it was through AKE, which is I guess like fire extinguishers and stuff like that. She signed a note on the back of the receipt. Actually, I didn't think that I would actually need this, so I wrote directions on the back of my promissory note. Sorry.
Oh, you said no.
But yes, I do.
Okay.
Stating that she was going
when
to pay
did you
me
sign that?
in 2 weeks. That was back on March 21st of 2010, and the date is actually on the back of the receipt.
All right.
It says the amount of total purchase. I handed her $300 in cash. I have my witness here.
Ma'am, what do you say?
First of all, let me start from the beginning, although she already said it. We met about 6 years ago from a mutual ex. And, you know, we both were friends. We didn't talk for a while. But then after a few years, we started babysitting each other's kids. You know, we both like to go out and have fun. As you can see, we both Jello wrestled for fun. Jello wrestling. We did karaoke together, just having fun as friends. You know, she can be crazy at sometimes, which is part of why I wanted to be friends with her, because she's cool.
Y'all kiss each other
Alcohol
too?
does funny things.
We have.
Regularly?
No.
Just curious.
And, but she can also be mean and vicious, like her blackmailing me with the private video.
What's your defense to the loan?
It was starting an office management business. And I was in training, and to, go on with that training, I had to try and sell some stuff, the fire extinguisher equipment, and so I asked her if she could help me out to, get done with the training.
And why don't you think you should repay her?
I had thought that the company was going to be giving me a good amount of sum.
Why don't you think you should repay her?
Because when she had ordered the equipment, she did not receive it from them, so she asked for a refund from the company.
You're not giving me a defense to why you have failed to pay her the loan you agreed to repay.
I have
You're
tried.
talking about all type of equipment with the person that didn't whatever. I have no idea what you're talking about, quite frankly. So your defense is you have tried.
I gave her $75 to try to start paying, because I don't have a job. I don't have money to give her.
So your defense is you're unable to pay?
Yes, and part of that is she asked for a refund from the company. She should really be suing the company,
she should
not
sue
me.
the company. Did she get the money to the company? And
Yes.
Did the company promise? Is this
She
the
did.
company's signature?
Your Honor.
Ma'am, did she give you $75?
She gave me $75 for other things. It was not
All right.
towards the loan. Her daughter
Judgment
had
for the
was
plaintiff.
towards the
Judgment
loan.
for the plaintiff, $300. You think the
Thank you, Your
company
Honor.
should pay because she loaned you the money by paying the company on your behalf, but you signed saying you would. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Well, I was going to put it on a website and have people charge them to watch it. They know, $3 a pop, so she could actually pay me back.
I could have countersued her, but I'm not that kind of person. I'm not as mean as she is. I have respect for people, unlike her.